ହଁ ମୋବାଇଲରେ ସେଇଟା ପିଲା ତାର ଚାଟ କରିବେ ଏତେ
ଏଥିରେ କିଛି କରିବନି।
ନା ଏଥିରେ ପିଲା ଆସିବନି।
ଏଥିରେ କଣ ଆସିବ?
ଏଥିରେ ଆପଣ ପଢେଇବେ ସେୟାର କରିବେ ତ
ଆଚ୍ଛା।
ସେଇଟା ୟୁଟ୍ୟୁବରେ ଚାଲିବ ସେ ଆପଣ ଦେଖିପାରିବେ ସେଠି।
ଓକେ। ଏଇଟା ତମେ ସେୟାର କରିଦଉନ ଏଇ ଯୋଉ ପିପିଟି ଟା। ଏଇଟା ମୁଁ ଚଲେଇ ପାରିବି ତ ପିପିଟି କେମିତି?
ହଁ ନାଇଁ ନାଇଁ ମୁଁ ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ ମେଲ୍ କରିଦେଉଛି।
ଯୋଉ ଆଶୁତୋଷ ଅଫିସିଆଲ ମୁଁ ପଠେଇ ଦଉଛି। ହେଇଗଲା। କୋଉଟା କହୁନି? Thanks.
ସେଠି
ଏଇଟା ଏଇଟା ତ
ଆଜ୍ଞା।
ହୋଷ୍ଟ କରୁଛ?
ହଁ
ଓକେ। ପାର୍ଟିସିପେଣ୍ଟ 3। ଚାଲୁ।
ଆପଣ ଷ୍ଟପ୍ ସେୟାର ବ୍ଲକ୍ କରି ସେଟା ଧରି
ଆଗରୁ ଚौथी। Okay. It's see. It was there. I'm did
ସେଟା
practice. Hello everyone. Attend. You can
Just a bit. Yes.
Hello, everyone. Good evening. Unmute करिए.
हाँ.
Yes. Hello, everyone. Good evening. Let's have a small introduction. My name is Ashutosh. Today we'll have a small interaction regarding articles, right? So this is a grammar session for all of you. Today we will be discussing articles, right? So now let's start with the introduction of articles, right? So what is an article? An article is a solo syllable word that used to articulate whether the noun is definite or general, right? So to see whether the noun is a general noun or a definite noun, we use articles, right? So let's have a clear definition of what article exactly is, right? Now, so if you look forward to this, now we have general articles, then we have definite articles. We have three articles in English language, right? First one is general articles, which is a and. Then we have a definite article, which is the. Totally, we have three number of articles in English, right? Out of which then general articles are a and definite article are is the, right? Now, if you look forward to general articles, we have a and an, right? Now, if you look forward to our definite article just said right now, we have the as a definite article, right? Now, how to differentiate between a general article and a definite article, which is the most important question when it comes to grammar, right? Now we know we have three articles, right? Now we know we have three articles, which is uh, a, then we have an, then we have the. Now we will differentiate between the articles, right? First, we will differentiate between general article and a definite article, right? So a general article, which is a and an, can be differentiated in a general term, right? Whatever we try to present or say or write in a general sense, it is called a general article, right? For example, it is written apple. If we do not want to specify the particular apple, if you want to say an apple in a very common way or in a general way, we say an apple, right? But if we want to specify one particular apple, right? The apple I ate was rotten, right? The apple I ate was rotten, right? So it becomes specific, right? So whenever we say something in a general sense, which is not definite, it is a general article. Whenever we want to specify a particular, pinpoint a particular noun or subject, it becomes definite. Another example of a general and a definite article, we can say, let's see, university, right? Now, most of you will think I have three articles over here, a, and the, right? So, can you tell me which article should I place based on the rule I said, general article or definite article? Which article should I place? Yes, you can send me your answers in the chat box. Now, coming back to the question again, right? We have an article as university, right? Now, I did not mention which university, I just mentioned university, right? So, whenever it is not mentioned which university, we can write a university, right? If it is mentioned a particular university, my university or any particular university, the university I went was very bad. So it becomes the. If you want to pinpoint a particular, if you want to define the university or pinpoint or specify one particular university, it becomes the. Otherwise, if it is not mentioned, it is said in a general way, it becomes a. Right? Now, let's focus on general articles, right? Let's focus on general articles. We have two general articles. One is a, the other one is right. Now, a lot of people get confused where to use a and where to use an, right? Now, so I'll clear this doubt of all the students where to use a and where to use an, right? So when it comes to article, we use a when the pronunciation of the noun starts with any vowel, right? The pronunciation of the noun starts with any vowel. So how many vowels we have? A, E, I, O, U, right? So we have A, E, I, O, U. Now the rule is very simple, right? If the pronunciation starts with any of the vowels we have, it will carry an. Otherwise, it will carry O, right? Okay, the rule is very simple. The rule is very simple. I'll explain it again. If the pronunciation, not the spelling, right? If the pronunciation starts with any of the vowels, it will take an, right? Otherwise, it will take a. Okay, so I'll give you an example. Right? MBA degree, right? So we can use any general article over here. I did not mention which MBA degree or which college's MBA degree. We have two articles on an, right? Now, if you look forward to this, it starts with a simple letter which does not have any vowel, right? But the pronunciation of the word starts with the vowel. It becomes MBA degree. It starts with A, right? It starts with A. So it is always an MBA, right? So it is always an MBA. Remember this, right? So if the pronunciation of the word starts with any of the vowel, it will take an. Otherwise, it will take a. For example, I'll give you another example of this. Master's degree, right? Now, if you see into this context, master's degree, so the pronunciation starts with mo, right? The pronunciation starts with mo, right? So it becomes a master's degree. So it becomes a master's degree, right? So it becomes a master's degree. Now, I'll explain it again, right? We have two general articles, a and an, right? So whenever the pronunciation starts with any of the vowels we have five vowels: A, E, I, O, U, right? We have five vowels. If the pronunciation, not the spelling, right? If the pronunciation starts with any of the vowels, we will use an. So, MBA. So, an MBA degree, right? An MBA degree, right? Otherwise, a master's degree, right? A master's degree, right? Now, let's look at definite article the. There is one definite article, that is the, only one, the, right? General articles we have a and an, but definite article we have only the. There is one simple rule: the article, the noun has to be defined in order to be definite, right? The noun has to be defined in order to be definite. For example, if you want to specify a specific thing, the garden is very green. You have to specify which garden, right? Now, the garden is very green, matlab only one particular garden I am specifying is green. So we have to define which garden, right? The garden is very green, which is near my house, right? You have to specify, you have to define which garden, right? So whenever you want to specify the particular garden or define a definite or pinpoint a particular location, we use the, right? Otherwise, we use, for example, a tree needs watering, right? So, yes, I did not mention which tree. So it makes a general sense. So any tree needs watering, right? Now, if I make this the tree, matlab I am specifying one particular tree, so that particular tree needs watering, right? That is the difference, right? We have to understand when it comes to general and definite article. I'll explain it again. A tree needs watering, right? A tree needs watering, right? So it is a general sentence, right? So if it is a general sentence, so it can be any tree, right? It can be any tree. Now, if I make this the tree needs watering, right? So it has to be specific. So only particular tree I'm talking about, and that particular tree requires watering, right? So that is the difference between a general article and a definite article. That is the only difference, right? The things which is already defined, right? Like the Gita, right? The Quran, the Bible, we mention the in front of it. So anything which is already defined, which does not require any other definition, for example, the Ganga, right? The Ganga is the largest river that we have, right? So it precedes with the because it is already defined, right? Now, now there are some nouns in English which do not precede with any article, right? Which do not require any articles, right? For example, abstract noun, right? Happiness, right? So if we look forward to this question over here, it does not require any article. If you look forward to this question, it does not require a and the. Right? Now, look forward to this question. Happiness is our own decisions, right? Look forward to this question. I've just put forward a simple question. Happiness is our own decisions, right? Now, if you look forward to this question, there are three articles over here. And the. No, none of them fits, right? None of them fits because happiness is wrong and happiness is wrong, though happiness is also wrong. Right? So we do not precede any articles over there. Getting a point? So there are some sentences where we do not require any articles. Similarly, the next question is also similar. Oranges are good source of vitamin C, right? So it does not require any article as well, right? Oranges are good sources of vitamin C. So itself is complete, right? Itself is complete. So and the are wrong, right? Three of them are wrong. It does not require any article to precede before them. Now, I have a few questions, right? Let's discuss alongside our reading, right? Yes, everyone. I have a few questions. Can you answer these questions? Try to answer these questions. Send me the answers in the chat box. Everyone, we'll discuss the theory as well as the questions. Yes. Can you tell me the answers? Just send me the answers in the chat box. What should be the answer of the first question? Yes, everyone. What should be the answer of the first question? They look up at, yes. Now, we are talking about the specific sky. So they looked up at the sky, right? They looked up at the sky, right? Again, at is a preposition which is to pinpoint a particular location. So after that, the is always correct, right? At the moment, at the sky, at the theater, right? So at is the correct answer. Next, we have our trip to Shimla was क्या होगा this answer? Anyone who can tell me the answer of this? Now, trip to Shimla was an exciting one, right? They did not mention the most exciting one. It is not superlative, an exciting one, right? Number three, yes. Try to solve this question. Dashed rice is the main food of South Indians. क्या होगा बताओ? Like oranges, I have discussed the last question in the last slide itself, right? It says rice is the main food of South Indians. क्या होगा? No articles, right? जैसे आपका oranges are good source of vitamin C, right? Similarly, आप यहाँ पे देखोगे rice is the main food for South Indians, right? It does not require any articles, right? Next, we have, yes. Tell me, what can be the answer? I'm going to meet my mom for dash lunch today. क्या होगा answer? Right? So we do not require any articles for this, right? It itself is substantial to complete the sentence. I'm going to meet my mom for lunch today, right? I'm going to meet my mom for lunch today, right? I'll see you on dinner, right? I met him on breakfast, right? It does not require any article, right? Dash bravery of Lakshmi by was praise is praiseworthy. What can be the answer of this? Number five. Now we're talking about the bravery of a particular woman, right? Bravery of a particular woman. So it is pinpointing one particular person and the particular person's bravery, right? So the have dash girls are planning to go on a trip. क्या होगा आंसर? Now, if you look for the sentence, girls who are planning to go on a trip, right? We're not talking about girls in general. We're talking about girls in a particular manner, right? So the answer is the girls are planning to go on a trip. The girls are planning to go on a trip, right? Particular pinpointing particular section of girls. So it is the girls are planning to go on a trip. The thirsty crow thought of dash plan. क्या होगा? The thirsty crow thought of dash plan. क्या होगा बताओ? right? The thirsty crow thought of a plan, right? It is not mentioning any particular or pinpointing any highlighted or superlative plan. So it is thought of a plan. I thought of a plan, right? He thought of a plan. It's in a general way. It's in a general way. Next. Yes, I have some few more interesting questions. Yes. Yes, everyone try to answer this. What can be the answer of this? Yes. So, in a very general way, we say, what a wonderful day, right? It is a general statement. If you look for the sentence, it is a general sentence, right? What a wonderful day, right? So, what a wonderful day is a general sentence. So, we use oh, over there. I wish to become dash eye surgeon. क्या होगा आंसर? Right? Now, the pronunciation of I starts with I. Pronunciation of I starts with I. Right? Even if the spelling is with E, which is also a vowel, pronunciation actually starts with I. So it is always an. Right? We have also the statement an eye for an eye makes the world blind. Right? So next question would be the sun is dash brightest star in the sky. What can be the answer of this? The sun is now, whenever you have superlatives, right, we only use the, right, the brightest, right, the farthest, right, the smartest, right. Superlatives, we use the because it is definite, right? Because it is definite. So, whenever there is a superlative, we use the. My father always reads dash Times of India. What can be the answer of this? My father always reads a particular newspaper. Now, so it is talking about one specific newspaper, right? It is talking about one specific newspaper, and that newspaper is Times of India. So it is the Times of India, right? It is the Times of India. Yes, I have a few interesting questions and some few interesting theories to share with you. Few more. Yes, tell me, what can be the answer of this? You can share your answers alongside as well. Now, Mother Teresa worked for क्या होगा? Yes. Whenever we mention in English the poor, the rich, right? Specify one particular category, right? So it is the poor, the rich. Similarly, we have Andaman Nicobar Island were once known as black waters. क्या होगा? Right? We want to specify one particular island, right? So it is the. Now, number 14, what can be the answer of this? It's a general truth, right? It's a general statement. Or general truth. So a little knowledge, क्या होगा? Is a dangerous thing, right? A little knowledge is a dangerous thing, right? A little knowledge is a dangerous thing because it's a general statement, right? It's a general statement. So all little knowledge is a dangerous thing. Next, we have Manu is studying at Dash University. I've just shared. Right? Now, if you look for this question, now it does not mention which university, is not specifying or pinpointing any particular university. So the answer is a university in the United States of America, right? In the United States of America. A university in the United States of America, right? Now, few more interesting theories. Number 16, tell me the answer. I need dash onion and dash tomato for salad. What can be the answer of this? I need an onion and a tomato for salad. Right. Next, we have, I've already shared this answer. Number 17, the Ganga. Right. Because it's a definite article that requires a definite noun. Right. Ganga is a definite noun. So we require the Ganga. And क्या होगा? Next, the right, the Ganga. Yamuna is also a definite noun. So we require the Ganga and the Yamuna. Right. Meet at Allahabad. Right. Next, we have Rohit is going to Chandigarh by dash Chandigarh Satabdi Express and will soon dash Rock Garden. क्या होगा आंसर of this? So what can be the answer of this? Number 18, everyone. So he's going on a train, right? So what can be the answer of this? Right. So the because it is specific train, the Chandigarh Express. उसके बाद क्या होगा? Tell me the next answer of this. We'll see the rock garden. Right. So a specific or pinpoint location he is targeting. So both are the right. The Chandigarh Satabdi Express and the rock garden. 19. Next we have, yes, number 19, you send me answers. Let's see how many of you get correct. And number 20, also you tell me answers. Yes, send me answers in the chat box. Let's see how many of you can get this correct. So the tiger is the stripped animal, right? The tiger is the stripped animal. So we want to specify the tiger, we want to specify the species as the tiger, right? Definitely. And we want to specify what characteristics? The striped animal, right? So the tiger is the striped animal. We want to specify a particular animal. So it is the and particular characteristics. So it is also the. Number 20, easy one. Tell me number 20. Easy one. Can you answer this? Number 20. Necessity is the, right? Necessity is the mother. We want to specify a relationship of invention, right? Of invention, right? Invention is all again, does not precede with any article, right? So necessity is the mother of invention. Yes. Now I have a long passage with me. It's a question of five options, right? Now we have, it's a question, we have five questions over here. One section, one paragraph, followed by five set of questions, which has four options each. Now we have to place appropriate articles on each dash, the black spots we have to place appropriate articles, right? We have to position appropriate articles for each. Now, can you tell me which article to place in the section we have, in the paragraph we have? Take 2 minutes, everyone, but try to solve this question. Everyone take 2 minutes, read the passage. Yes, read the passage. Try to solve the five questions. If possible, send me the answers in the chat box. I'm not able to get to your answers, but I'll be glad if you send me the answers. Take 1 more minute, read the entire passage. Yes, everyone, let's start. One day, Dash Tortoise asked Dash Rabbit to run Dash race with him. Dash Rabbit laughed and called excellent runner like him. But he agreed. Soon after the race started, the rabbit was far ahead. So he thought of dash idea. He decided to take dash nap under a tree. On seeing this, the tortoise made an extra dash effort and reached the end point. When the rabbit woke up, it was too late. Right? Now, this is the entire passage. We have to fill in the blanks with appropriate articles. Right? Now, let's see which are the articles we have. First, we have question number 21. One day a tortoise. Right? It is asked. Next 22 we have a rabbit to run. क्या होगा 23 easy one. Again a race with him. उसके बाद क्या होगा 24 it would be the rabbit. The rabbit laughed and called. Number 25 the tortoise, because both have defined a fool to challenge dash. Number 26 an excellent runner like him, but he agreed. Soon after the race started, the rabbit was far ahead, so he thought of an idea. He decided to take a nap under a tree. On seeing this, the tortoise made an extra, no article is needed, effort and reached the end point. When the rabbit woke up, it was too late, right? This is the precise answer of the entire passage. This is the precise answer of the entire passage. Please have a look. Please go through this. Please have a look and go through this. So I'll share the answers with you again. One day, a tortoise asked a rabbit to run a race with him. The rabbit laughed and called the tortoise a fool to challenge an excellent runner like him. But he agreed soon after the race. The rabbit was far ahead, so he thought of an idea. He decided to take a nap under a tree. On seeing this, the tortoise made an extra effort, right? It does not require any articles over there. Like extra an effort nahi hoga ki the effort nahi hoga. It's just extra effort. An extra effort and reached the end point. To reach होगा यहाँ पे and to reach extra effort याद नहीं होगा to reach the end point. When the rabbit woke up, it was too late, right? Now, yes, last two questions of the session. Yes, interesting questions. Yes, last two questions of the session. Some interesting question. Try to answer this. Number 34. dash man who was looking at you at dash party is actually dash nice man. What can be the answer of this? Easy questions, everyone. You can share your answers on the chat box. I'm not able to access the chattings. Yes, everyone. Last two questions, last few minutes. Now, if you look for this question, it's very simple to answer. Now, we want to pinpoint one particular person, right? The man. We want to a particular man. We're talking about a specific person. The man who was looking at you. We're talking about one particular man, right? At the party, any particular party, right? Is actually a nice man, right? So we are trying to define him with a particular category. So actually, is a nice man. Number 35, we met Dash soldier at the railway station. Dash soldier was going to China border. We met a soldier at the railway station. The soldier was going to China border, right? Because here the soldier is not defined, right? But here the soldier is defined, right? We met a soldier at the railway station. The soldier with who they met was going to China border, right? Now, when it comes to English grammar, the most important thing is our understanding of the theory, right? So I tried to explain all kind of theories that is there in the grammar book, right? So particular questions, what kind of questions of grammar that comes along, right? So any doubts you have regarding today's session, you can put me in the chat box. Yes, you can share your question in the chat box. I'm not able to access to the questions or doubts that you have, but you can still share. If I can get to the access, I'll be happy. Yes. If I can have access to your doubts, I'll be happy. If any doubts, you can ask me. I'll make, since no questions are put forward, I'm not able to access to the chat. I don't know why, but I don't think any doubts have put forward. So, so I'll just debrief a few important theories that is to be detailed, right? I think I've detailed most of the questions. All the questions I've already discussed, right? And I've given all the correct answers to you. Yes, this one I missed, I guess. Thanks to the dash useful advice. क्या होगा this answer? Easy one. Tell me what can be the answer. The last three questions, I missed this slide. So I'm sharing this with you. Yes, tell me. What is the answer of this? Thanks to the useful advice, right? The person is thanking, so it has to be any specific advice. So the thanks to the useful advice. They visited Dash Victoria Memorial during the Kolkata trip. क्या होगा answer? We're talking about one particular place. They visited the Victoria Memorial during their Kolkata trip, right? Dash, the lake freezes in winter sometimes. It is again the, right? Three of them are specific. So they visited the Victoria Memorial. The lake freezes in winter sometimes, right? So all of them are the, right? Thanks to that. Thanks. That was, oh, this one, 31. I've missed the sentence clearly, right? Thanks. That was an useful advice, not an outs, right? We have three, the, a, and, right? I'll tell you why it is. Thanks to that was a useful advice, right? We are not specifying which, we are not defining with any particular. So the is actually wrong, right? Now, and pronunciation is actually you, useful advice. So the precise answer to this question is actually right? The precise answer to this question is actually thanks. That was a useful advice, right? Right? Correct answer is a useful advice. Thanks. That was a useful advice. Now, I'll tell you why the is wrong over here. Initially, thanks. Initially, I thought it was a particular advice they are trying to put forward, but it is not. It is a general advice. So it is is precise and it is correct. Right? So, a useful advice. That is correct. Yes. If you have any doubts regarding today's session, you can share doubts with me. Otherwise, I'll wrap up the class. Yes. If you have any doubts, you can share the doubts in the chat box. Otherwise, I'll wrap up the class. Yes, everyone. Any doubts? Okay. I don't see any doubts. So, yes, I don't see any doubts. Yes. Sure. Yes, it was a good session, everyone. Yes, highly interactive. Yes, thank you all. Yes, thank you all, and good night. Yes, thank you all.